Hello everyone. So yes, today we are going to talk about the ThinkPad x220, and this video is not just about x220. It is about buying any used laptop, especially ThinkPad. Now I received, or I have been receiving some questions on the ThinkPad videos that I made in the past, and I thought let me just make one more video to basically answer those questions, and hopefully it will help you. Now, the first question is where to buy think ThinkPads. Now, if you are trying to acquire ThinkPad X220, I know ThinkPad X220s are wonderful, and these are not just collectible item. People actually use it. I use it. So it is definitely a usable laptop, even in 2023. And it is actually a great laptop, so you can actually use it. Now the thing is, if you're trying to buy it, I can tell you from my experience, I always buy from eBay. Now I've purchased, I think, a couple of laptops from eBay. Uh, this one is not really from eBay, but if you are trying to buy from eBay, of course, you can check for the seller's reputation. You can also check the photograph of the laptop and try to get an idea about the seller. And of course, if you think it is a good price, I think if you can get a good deal, some something in the range of 100-ish pounds, dollars, then I think it's a don't even think too much about whether you should purchase it or not. I think $100, £100, even $150, £150 is a very good price. Now, I also want to talk about the battery. Now, when it comes to batteries, forget about the batteries, to be honest, because the battery will. I mean, if you're able to, if you're thinking of buying a laptop, ThinkPad X220 especially, then most likely the battery will not be. Uh, I mean, if it is working, if it has some charge, great, but most likely it won't have any charge. So don't even consider the battery. What I do, I buy the laptop, and if the battery is not working at all, I just order a new one from eBay. And when it comes to ThinkPad, like ThinkPad X220 especially, you can actually get this bigger battery, and this will of course last for a long time. I never really did a test, but this battery is something that I purchased, I think, maybe 2 years ago. I forgot when, but battery is something that you have to buy separately. Now, what to check when it comes to used ThinkPads, or in fact any laptop? First of all, just look at the physical appearance, and if you're buying it, by the way, online, like from eBay. And yeah, one more thing before I talk about what to check. If you, I mean, you can also check on Facebook Marketplace, because sometimes, people are selling. Here in the UK, I always see posts from people who are basically selling lot laptops. I mean, they acquire it from, I guess, companies, and then they sell it in bulk. Or you can also search, some individual people who are selling it. But of course, when you're buying it online, then of course you have to check few things, and I will talk about it. If you're in Delhi, because I'm from Delhi, and I'm sure you know about Nehru Place. If you go to Nehru Place, there are, like, of course, a lot of shops, but there is, like, on the, if you go to the other building, not the building where you have most of the shops, go to the other building, and if you go to the first floor, go to the very end of that building, and you will find a couple of shops. So there are shops, there are used laptop dealers there, and just go there and buy one. Um, okay, so talking about what to check. First of all, check for the crack. If you're buying a used machine, I don't really think it is worth buying a laptop which is broken, cracked, unless you're doing some, DIY project. But if you're thinking of using it, even if you're thinking of just collecting it, I think just buy something after checking. For example, this one, I mean, this is my laptop for a long time, but I purchased, a couple of other laptops. They're all in pristine condition when I purchased them. But if I talk about this laptop, even if I have to sell it, of course I won't sell it, but there is this this thing here where you have the hard disk cover, I guess. So there is a slight crack, which is not really a problem, but this is of course negligible. Uh, but there shouldn't be any like crack or any part missing, for example. Also check for the BIOS password, which is obvious, and do check the screen, because screen is very important. You don't really want to buy a laptop which is uh, I mean, if the screen is broken, then it is not really of great use unless you're buying it for repair or like for the parts, unless you're trying to salvage the parts. Now, of course, when you're done with the purchase, you may want to do few things after you purchase it. For example, if you are, I mean, irrespective of the condition, make sure you clean, um, of course, from the outside, but most importantly, open the whole laptop, and you can. ThinkPad X220s are amazing laptops to open. You can just open it easily, remove the keyboard, clean it. Like, I mean, of course, you should know what you're doing, but just do basic cleaning. If you don't really want to replace the thermal paste, fine, not a big deal. And also consider upgrading. For example, this laptop has 16 GB RAM. Now, 16 GB RAM, I think it is DDR2. DDR2 or DDR3? I think it is DDR2, if I remember correctly. Uh, it is not at all expensive. You can actually find cheap old RAMs, 8 GB sticks for I don't know, 10 pounds, 20 pounds. It depends. It really depends. So it is worth upgrading this laptop. This All the laptops, all the ThinkPad X20s I have, they were all i5. So uh, I've never really tried upgrading the processor, but RAM definitely. And of course, when you're purchasing a laptop like ThinkPad, then to get the most out of it, I think you should definitely purchase a dock. I have an Ultra dock with it, which I use all the time. I mean, when I am, working from the other room, I do, of course, sometimes I work from my garden. It is great, just, pick up this laptop. It is, of course, not light, but at the same time, it is small enough, so you won't even, it's very sturdy. It's like very solid machine, and it is easy to carry. It's 12 inch, I guess, not even 12 inch, I guess, but it is very compact, if you know what I mean. So if you're not really using the laptop, because I don't really spend, although the keyboard is great, but when I work with on the keyboard, laptop keyboard for a long time, I get neck pains, so I don't really use the keyboard, the laptop keyboard for a long time, and I use, of course, external keyboard. And when it comes to a dock, it will not only save, I mean, although this particular laptop, I mean, ThinkPad X20, it has a lot of ports. For example, there is a port here, USB port. There are a couple of ports here, and it is more than enough. But if you have a dock, it will keep you happy. Imagine, you just lift the laptop and you take it anywhere. But when you're back to your station, you have a proper workstation. And someone actually posted on my channel that they were not really able to use the external monitor. To be honest, I don't know why. They were using Windows, probably a fault of Windows. But on Linux, it works. It just works. You just need to configure it. For example, I use Xrender, and I have a script, and I think I've shown you many times. And whenever I dock it or undock it, the monitor is attached, or basically because I use a DWM, so I have to tell DWM that there is no other monitor. So just focus on one laptop screen. Otherwise, use the other monitor if it is available. And you can do that with the help of a dock. You can detect the dock using a script which I run every minute in a while loop, in a like it's like never-ending while loop, and it is basically taking care of my docking and undocking. So yeah, that is all. That is all I wanted to talk about in this video about ThinkPad X220, where to buy, battery, what to check, what you should do after buying, cleaning, upgrading, and a dock. All right, that is it. Bye bye.